Yes, people, and welcome back to Normski TV. Hopefully, I will be showing up on my screen. I'm just waiting for it to show up on mine. Yeah, I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. Big up to everybody. Please, if you are new, smash that like button on the road. As you can see, the banner's scrolling across the ticky tape on the road to 1K. And big up to Kawaja for pointing it out. 67 away. Listen, after this stream, after I cuss Mikel Arteta, cuss certain players, my subs count might drop, but who cares? I'm not in it for the money. No, really. Listen, it is what it is. If it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it don't. I'm not too bothered, really. But listen, big up to everyone that's tuned in to the channel tonight. We have got a lot to talk about. And I said, if you are new to this channel, please smash that like button, subscribe and share it around to all your mates. Yeah, because I'm sure they love to hear me and Big D gossiping, who I've got in the background, who's now fully recovered, ready to go, raring to go. Massive game at the weekend. Super Sunday. We cross swords. Arsenal v Man United. And listen, I am looking forward to the game. But after I saw what they did to Man City, bro. Listen, have they got their Man United DNA back? This is the question we need to be asking ourselves. But before I do anything, let me just quickly go through the chat before I bring Big D on. Just Kwaja, obviously the prez of the mods on my channel. Big up to Kwaja. And he's just saying big up to the panel. And he's just saying smash a like, subscribe to the channel as you come in. Big up to Gavin. Big up to Normski and the panel. And just Gavin just saying hi to Kwaja, even to Kwaja. Big up Gavin every time from Kwaja. And as you said, 67 away from 1K. So make sure you keep subscribing to Normski. 1K, it's a must on this channel. And thank you for that. And listen, without further ado, let's stop waffling about and let's bring in Mr. Big D, who is wearing his shirt and ready to rumble. Big up. Big D,
yes, sir. What's going on, bro?
You all good? Mate. You all good?
Yeah. Recovered now, mate.
Missed you last week. I got the text from you to say, bro, I'm wrapped up in bed.
I don't know what's going on there, bro.
What's going on there, bro?
Well, the doctor thinks like I got some kind of stomach virus or something. I don't know. It took me out there, mate.
Really?
I was just couldn't keep. I was living off cream crackers and ginger tea, bro.
Just couldn't keep anything down.
Nothing, bro.
Right.
Yeah, it done a number on me. Yes, Gavin, big up. Yeah, it was mad. And then you know what it's like there when you're not eating, you got no energy, man.
Yeah. So, I hear that.
So I was like, yeah, it was just a weird one. Like from Monday until maybe like I never ate properly till Sunday now.
Really?
So, yeah, Sunday I said, right, I'm gonna have a Sunday dinner and hopefully it stays down, and it did. So
he knocked you for 6 properly.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't know what it is about being sick, do you? You know when you get that feeling when you're drinking, you know, and you're thinking, I don't want to be sick. Let me lie in my front. People in the chat,
everything no. I hate throwing up. You know what I mean? It's one of my pet hates, man.
And the thing is, I bet you reckon I'm holding for this.
Yeah. She was coming in. She was like, "Yo, bro." I said, "She like you don't want to see this, man. Stay away." Yeah, man, it was.
You know what? It's not good when it's coming out both ends, you know. It's not
exactly,
good, you know?
Bro.
It's not.
I said,
mate. What I said, Galatasaray won, Atletico Madrid won in the Champions League.
Oh, early kickoff, yeah.
Okay. Listen, well, Arsenal are doing quite well. 7 out of 70, 100% record in the Champions League.
Exactly, bro.
By the way, San Siro into Milan.
Yeah, exactly.
Great game, professional game,
good win.
And a very good win, mate. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And I think we will probably get that 100% record because next week, Wednesday, we've got Kayak at home who lost to Club Brugge at their ground 4-1 yesterday. So
yeah,
I think
so just 8 games, didn't it, Norm? 8 games, didn't it? 8 games. Yeah, so you're good.
So this next week. So we've already qualified. We've automatically qualified. Yeah. So I'm happy for that. But
you think you'll play the kids next week?
He needs to.
Yeah.
He needs to, bro. You know, he needs to because the games that we've got coming up. You know, I mean, listen. Obviously, we got to play you guys.
Yeah.
So we need to rest players. We need to rotate. Let me just quickly go for chat. Big up AFC, man. What you saying, man? Always. He comes from Sweden. The girls are very nice. He dumped his girlfriend to play for red and white. We are talking about the guy behind me, Victor.
Oh,
that's the song.
He dumped his girlfriend for real.
Yeah, man.
Is it? Oh, I missed that one.
You know, the thing is, I don't know who's going to do it if he was going to come to Man United. That's another team. You know?
Wow, exactly.
So big up Junior, man. What you say, man? The same big up.
Yes, Junior, big guy. Yeah, man.
And welcome back at Normski TV and the panel. I'm just saying that to you, Big D. Yeah, man. I'll tell you, yeah, it's not nice. And Leody,
Firstly,
yeah, what are you saying? Good to see you on the show. Gavin, big up AFC always. A couple more. Kouaja's saying Arsenal first win in Italy since 2008.
wow. Seen.
That's one. I think
it's always a tough place to go, man, isn't it? Always a tough place to go.
I did see something. Yeah, I mean, I did see something in 2008, and I mean, you know, when Thierry Henry and their man was over there, you know what I mean? When
exactly.
You know, when I dealt with them, you know what I mean? Gavin from AFC to say big up. Metcalf, big up to you. Smash the lights. Get Normski to 1K, you frauds.
Yeah, man. Smash the like, people.
Yeah, man. Come on, man.
Share the podcast.
Smash it up every time.
Yeah, man.
But lots to talk about. I don't know if you watched the AFCON. We're gonna talk about that as well. That was kind of mad. What went on there, and we'll kind of address some of that in as part of our thing. So listen, let me just quickly share what we've got on the menu tonight. As usual, we're gonna be looking at the Premier League weekend, and if you want to rate the players and to see some of the individuals doing, you can do that. And I've got this: Man U kept their side of the bargain, but Arsenal just couldn't deliver again. You know, we know about that going away to Nottingham Forest. You absolutely slapped Man City, and we will be talking about that game. And we'll be addressing that game. Ref watch. Look, D, I don't know, mate. That Delors challenge. You know what I mean?
Lucky boy. A very lucky boy.
He's very lucky. He's very lucky. If you'd gone out there 10 minutes, it could have been a different story. But look, Man City didn't look at the races. You didn't show them any respect whatsoever. And it's probably one of the best games I've seen you guys play. Carrot, is it the DNA? We'll see. Or is it just is it just like you only got up for that game? Listen, big game coming up at the weekend. Super Sunday, 4:30 kickoff at the Emirates. We will be watching that. This is one here. Obviously, Chile he's abandoned us. I don't know where the man is. You see him sometimes in the chats. Scarlet
Chile's frustrated, boy.
You know what I mean?
He's frustrated. His spirit of a Tottenham now.
His team is taking him out, bro. He says, how has Thomas the Tank Engine not been derailed from his job yet? Listen, yesterday he got a little bit of a reprieve, beating Borussia Dortmund. They had 10 men, but still you had to do the business. And they cheered him off. So has he secured his job? Is he secured it for has he got a reprieve? We'll find out and see, because at the end of the day, they haven't got a great record at home. It's terrible, actually. You know, losing, I think, like 6 games at home already.
Yeah, that's too much, isn't it?
Sitting 14th. So we will quickly talk about that and see whether another trigger is going to be pulled. AFC, Big D, that was Man United's best performance in 5 to 10 years. They could have won that 5, 6, 7-0. Listen, absolutely. It was a great game.
I think the scoreline flattered City in the end. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think the 2-0 flattered them in the end. You know what I mean? I'm not going to get gas now, because we're coming to the mighty Arsenal. And
stop it.
And top of the league and all that, you know, unbeaten in Europe. Not even in Europe. I'm going to correct myself. Unbeaten in the Champions League. Let's not forget there's Europa League and the Europa Conference. So let me correct myself and say unbeaten in the Champions League and sitting. You guys still sitting pretty norms at the end.
Yeah, you set me up with something. You set me up. Is it?
No, I'm just letting you know that I'm not trying to get gas.
No, you're trying to put pressure on me.
I'm not trying to get gas norms.
You're trying to take the pressure on you and put the pressure on us. Yeah, sitting top of the league, sitting top of Champions League. Man. We do expect you to go and beat us. That's what you're trying to say, basically.
We've had some hit and miss performances on the road, and
big up Wahaha.
And it was that.
Thank you very much, Wahaha. Very funny. Club did the business. Man United did the business. And just saying, good evening, Normski and Ladi.
You know that one
every time. Even Wahaha from Gathering Junior. I really want Glock to get them goals in a regulars from now on. And I'm super happy for Gabriel Jesus. Got his account going. Glad, and he deserves man of the match. No, he played well yesterday. It was a great performance yesterday. Great professional performance away. That's it. Great. Kouaja put in Waha's thing. Please go and subscribe to Waha if you haven't. He's got those nice pickled jars of hamstrings. I've seen these pictures of these posts of Mikel Arteta. It's absolutely funny, mate. It's absolutely funny. Waha, big hop from AFC. We're lucky to be top of the league, mate. Listen. I was on the stream with you last night, Kwaja, and we was talking about our team. And listen, we had a great time yesterday at San Siro, but the way we're playing in the Premier League is a little bit hit and miss. How we're top, I don't know, mate, but it is what it is. Don't worry, Norms, we'll pick no sides in the title run. Now, listen, look, just give us a break. Yeah. Just let us just win this game, yeah, because you really, at the end of the day, you're only playing 40 games, and according to certain other content creators, like, because apparently you're linked with there was a midfielder that you're linked with. Is it Loftus Cheek?
Yeah, I saw that. Was that yesterday? I saw someone talking about that.
Yeah, and I suppose the thing is, because you've only got 40 games, then it means that your team now is going to get really tired, and so you know bringing him in is going to help to rotate the side. Do you think that's necessary?
No, the only way you bring him in if you got a buyer for Wknd. Otherwise, I understand.
Exactly.
If someone wants Wknd in the January window, then you do you get him in on loan and you get some cash for the coffers for Wknd and you keep him moving.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he might be holding bench because you're not dropping Bruno. No, and now he started and now he started Kobe, who I thought did very well. Kobe, you know what I mean? So
that I don't know how our midfield is going to cope, especially Odegaard against Kobe, man. You know what I mean? That guy just got an injury on him. Big up to Miss Binks. We say evening to
big up,
and the chat. Big up every time. Good to see you on the show tonight.
Freezing up.
Kwaja just saying, Junior Martin, big up, mate. Is your side freezing? Or is it mine?
No, it's me.
Okay.
As in my picture just keeps freezing and coming back.
Oh yeah, it keeps doing that glitch thing.
It's really
it's
annoying.
Like that.
I've just closed all the tabs, you know.
Yeah,
I've closed all the other tabs. Okay, yeah. Let me see.
Yeah.
Just make sure everything's closed up there. Just close everything.
Hey, Binks, just from Wahaha here. Kwaja, own goals, Seps piece. These are some of our new players that we've got. The own goals, Seps, he's Lucky Pen. You know, these are just some of the new players that we bought in the summer. You know what I mean? They really do well for us. Even one of them could happen on Sunday. Yeah. So basically, own goals could happen. Set piece could happen. These guys are the guys that can score your goals, and Lucky Pen could also happen.
Lucky Pen's in it.
What will happen there? You know what I mean? Miss Binks just saying, "Waha, hey, Normski, which one will happen? What do you think?" I'm looking at a set piece. I'm looking at set piece to do something. Yeah, set piece to do something. You know what I mean? So set piece and what's his name? Your little large defender. You know the big tall defender.
Oh, the Argentinian brother.
It was about 4 foot tall. Yeah.
Yeah, he said he's gonna. Yeah,
put a tackle in and give us a penalty. You know what I mean? So penalty and a set piece.
Well, he's already put contracts out on Nicky Butt and Paul Scholes, isn't it? So.
Oh, bro, that's a madness.
Listen, he's South American, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't mess with South American, right?
Don't mess
with
them.
With these two, man. Mess with the South American. Leave them alone, man. Leave him alone.
Kobe did very well. I was told by someone sabotaged my stereo. He wasn't good enough. Just Gavin saying, hey, Miss Binks, just go through here. Make sure your fan base don't invade your privacy, D. Yeah. Sunday's match will be interesting. Which team will turn up for either side? Well, we'll see. Yeah. We need to win this. It's imperative, that we go on and get something out of this game. And it must not be a draw, and it must not be a loss. Do you know what I mean? Too many times, D, we've let the door open, and we've done it yet again. And so look, we've talked a lot. Let's get into some of the games. But just before we do that, I mean, Ez is not on. But last week, me and Ez was on, and we was talking about Liam Mousinho and taking over Chelsea, and that we had
I watched the show, man. I watched it back, Norm. Yeah, I watched it back.
And we went there at the bridge, and listen, we made a great start. Do you know what I mean? We made an absolute great start, and I mean, we should have put that game to bed. In all honesty, we should have put that game to bed. We've got half a foot in the final. But they're going to have all their stronger players back because they had a weakened side. But Garnacho of all people, Big D, to score twice against
always,
us.
isn't it? I know.
How on earth can we let this guy?
He's one of them guys. He's one of them players, isn't he? He's such a hit and miss.
Yeah.
And when he's missing badly.
He's missing.
Then obviously,
and this time he comes off the bench. You know what I mean?
Turns up, yeah.
Liam Mousinho masterclass, and he closes the gap. But we should have put that game to bed. We're going to be back at the Emirates, and so we really need to deal with that. So that game is after. I think it's after the Leeds game, if my memory serves me right. If anybody could let me know if that is the case in the chat. That's where we play the second leg, and then we see where we go from there. We should win it, but it's not going to be easy because they're going to have Cole Palmer back, Caicedo back, Gusto back. You know what I mean? These were players that were missing. But I think we need to score. We need to score first and just put the game to bed. And don't be going there trying to play ticky-tacky, slow football side to side. Go
for it. Yeah, just go for it.
You know what I mean? This control, it's absolutely boring to watch, D. And when you talk about football back then, the 90s, mid 2000s, compared to the football that we're watching now, it's night and day, man. But people are saying, no, this modern day football is a lot better than the football that was, yesterday. I don't know what they're watching. I seriously don't know what they're watching, man. You know what I mean?
But Norm, if that's all they know, in terms of like, when did you start watching football? That's what I always say to people when they say things like that to me. Because tell me what year you started watching football. Then I'll tell you what kind of fan you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's shallow. No, I'm not having a go. I mean, you can go and do your go and look, go and do your research. You know what I mean? Right. Rather than just guessing. Go and research, man.
Yeah, just go on YouTube.
Wrong. It's not your fault that you're born in this era or whatever, but you still go on YouTube, look at the games. If you're really interested in your club that much, go back and look at history. Yeah. Right. When you look at history, you see the kind of football and how your club is, what is the DNA of your club. Do you know what I mean? And that's something that I don't know whether Carrick can get that DNA back for you guys, because listen, since Alex Ferguson has gone, it's been a real difficult task, for you guys, and it's been a painful experience. But listen, I mean, if Carrick does well, gets you in the top 4, I mean, there's a possibility that they could probably give him the job permanently, or is it a case of they're not going to make that same mistake again? Like,
I was talking about it with somebody, and this is what I said. I said if you're going to replace if Carrick does a good job, and when I say a good job, not just getting top 4, we're talking you're seeing the performances, you're seeing the squad galvanized, and you're just seeing him get the subs right and all those kind of things. Then don't go and replace him with somebody who has the same ability. Whoever you replace him with has to be way better. That's why I'm glad we didn't rush this appointment. Yeah. Now they've got time. You got 5-6 months to make an appointment now, or 5 months now to make an appointment while Carrick sees out the season. But don't replace him with someone that's on the same level of him. Otherwise, there's no point. Might just save your money and just let him continue. But if you can get a better coach than him, and even a coach that might even want him to stick around, him and the ex-England coach. I'm not sure about Jonathan Woodgate, you know what I mean? Bit dodgy him, you know what I mean? But if a coach came in and says, you know what, I quite like Michael. I'd like to stick around.
Northgate could do well for you.
Oh, no. It's like a wet lettuce, isn't he? And lettuce is supposed to be wet because you wash it before you eat it. But geez, I don't know. And the thing is, I know you're running jokes, right? But this could happen, Norms, unfortunately.
Of course it could.
The northeast Westgate could happen. I think the fan base will lose their minds if we get Gareth. Personally, that's what I feel. I just unless if it happens, I've just got to suck it up, and in terms of pause. But you know what I mean, just You know what I mean? But the way these lot are thinking right now, this ownership, and it's more the Ineos ownership with the Glazers hiding behind them, even though they're the majority shareholders. But I just think if they did that deal, it wouldn't surprise me. But I don't want Gareth though. I don't want Gareth because now he's been out the game a bit for a while now. So I'm like, what has he even been doing? He's not even been doing punditry really. I'm not seeing him as a pundit. I may have missed that, but
I've seen him.
So he's disappeared.
Unless he's doing something in the Far East, not Far East, in Saudi Arabia or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
But great.
That don't even count for me. You know what I mean? It's not like if he's not doing anything in a relevant league, then yeah, just give that a wide berth, man. But I've heard the conversations, and I just think, God, Southgate, goodness, because he's a media man, he's a yes man. He'll do as he's told. I think Carrick will do as he's told, but I think Carrick got something about him. And like,
I mean, look, he was a great midfielder for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Middlesbrough, they let him go, but you know, he likes playing attacking football. But it was really good to see. And I mean, let's talk about the first point. It's like Man United kept their part of the bargain. D, you know, I asked, just said, please, wahaha, thank you very much.
Right,
you dealt with Man City. You didn't show them no respect, and the problem is that why you did that, because I remember watching the game partway, and then I had to go and watch my son play football. He got absolutely slapped up in that game. So, you know, what he got slapped up, and he weren't well pleased when he was on the pitch. He wanted to just not be there. But when I told him the score, he was a lot happier about it. So we're thinking, Arsenal now. Nottingham Forest sitting,
just go handle that.
17th, go and handle business. Yeah. And then you got people saying, you know, it's not easy getting to Nottingham Forest. Well, they lost their last 6-7 games at home.
Yeah.
So why is it that we can't go there? Why can't we go there and do it? And the thing about it, in that game, right, I couldn't believe that the sitter that Martinelli missed, right?
Yeah.
Ball's come across wide open goal. He goes with his left foot instead of his right foot.
And that was pretty much 6 yard, wasn't it? No, 6 yard there or thereabouts. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
just like, oh, bro. That's why I call him Martin Kelly.
I call him Martin Kemp, man. Martin Kemp. I call him Martin Kemp. You say Kelly, I call him Martin Kemp. Do you know what I mean? He's just not Brazilian for me. You know what I'm saying to say? He's not Brazilian. You know. But look, you guys, you turn up and listen. Just talk me through your game, D, and just what you got out of it, and what did you like about it? I mean, Dorgu for me, great player, like what he does.
Smashing game, and he's been under the cost norm. Like he's got a lot of abuse, and people forget how young he is. You move home, you come to a new country, a new club, a new teammates at that age.
Yep.
You know what I mean? 20 years old, isn't he? And so I'm like, how are you on this kid's back right now? He's come to one of the biggest clubs in the world at 20 years old, left his family behind, set up home in rainy Manchester, and you expect every game to be 10 out of 10. Come on, man. Let's be realistic here, man. He can have some bad games, but that wasn't one. He did very well. He obviously pushed him further forward. And this would have been my thing with Ruben, you know, playing 8 defensive-minded players in a game you're trying to win. Where Carrick's like, no.
Went with a foot. You went just looking at the lineup. You went with a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, 4-2-3-1. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
And whether it's the 4-3-3 or that, the 4-3-2-1, it felt more balanced. Well, it looked more balanced as well. Obviously, sitting Bruno further forward rather than him sat in a double pivot. He got it right in terms of what he was achieving to do, which was not let City get comfortable on the ball in midfield. Yeah, that's why they always hurt. The moment they get comfortable on that ball in midfield, they're going to pick you apart.
Yeah.
And we didn't allow that. And I think even Pep, you see how much times you caught Pep scratching his bar lid because he was fuming. He's so frustrated.
Yeah.
And so, and then you look at the disallowed goals that were so close. Yeah. They were not even inches. They felt like millimeters offside. And I went, yeah, but big up Static.
Big up Static, man, every time.
I really believe that VAR just wanted to make a game of it by not allowing them goals. They were that was a 5-0. That was easily a 5-0.
I mean, look, so you had what? You had 3 goals. Was it
disallowed.
3 goals disallowed?
Yeah.
3 goals disallowed.
Yeah, 3 disallowed. Scored 2 off the post, 1 off the crossbar.
I mean, it was
absolutely cooked. You know what I mean?
And the thing about it, because you know, before we used to talk about your tactics in terms of how you played in terms of last season, you had this gaping hole. Casemiro was like this lone 6,
always getting
done. And Jamie Carragher on Monday Night Football was talking about the very way you guys set up. You played more narrow, so you stopped any balls like just coming in the midfield. Because like Man City like to play for the midfield. And
that's what I'm saying. We know City can do that. We've watched City destroy team after team by dominating the midfield.
I was going to say for Carragher to come in and do that. you know what I'm trying to say? I mean, what would Ruben would have done in that situation? He would have gone with his 3-4-3 formation, yeah,
and left us wide open.
And left you wide open.
Yeah. And
you know what I mean?
And so you tip your hat to Carrick for just adjusting to the way he likes to play football, rather than feeling that, I don't have enough time to adjust.
Yeah.
For me, he just adjusted, and I thought that is brilliant. Like you gave Kobe the nod because you want a confident Kobe. So he said, right, I'm sticking you in. You two are going to engine room this. Let Bruno do Bruno things, because Bruno likes to be just up front, just doing his thing. The ones. So for me, he just coached it well. He just coached the game well and frustrated the heck out of Pep. I mean,
Haaland got dragged. Did Haaland get dragged in that game?
He did get dragged. And 2 shows ago, I actually said, "Are we not concerned about Haaland?" Haaland in all competitions, Rob.
You did bring it up, yeah.
In all competitions, 1 goal, which was a gift of a penalty. He hasn't scored in open play in 8 games in all competitions, bro.
Oh, wow.
So he's not turned into a bad striker. Something's going on with him.
He's just he's going through a little bit of a slump at the moment. The team, again, because I thought they were going to pick it up and go again. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I mean, yesterday, Bodo Glimp.
Right.
Bodo. People.
Right.
Are you listening to me in the chat? Bodo Glimp had literally could have won that game 4-1. They had Rodri sent off. Listen, they should make the top 8. But they have to go and play their strong side. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
You've gone to Bodo Glimp, and they literally Bodo Glimp just took the game to them. Didn't let them rest on their laurels. Didn't give them no time to play, and they looked the better side. Mind you, it was -9 out there. I'm not going to lie. It was -9. -9 out there. Absolutely mad. But yeah. Oh, we're here. D. Vidic. This is from Kawaja. It said D. Vidic or Van Dijk for you.
Vidic.
Yeah.
Hard as nails.
Listen, guy, that brother
gets you them headers as well.
Him and Rio as a partnership. Vidic was the one that just went in. It's a little bit like Gabriel, but I still think that he's more. I think Vidic is more aggressive than Gabriel. And then you have Rio's that they call Rio the Rolls Royce.
That's right. A bit of finesse. Because you look at that, and you look at the Bruce and Pallister as well. Just one had a bit of finesse. Bruce was a nutcase. All it is a rock. So you always need that nice mix of a bit of a nutter with someone that's great on the ball. And so yeah. You know what? I'm not knocking Van Dijk, but you didn't like when Vidic first came United. That first couple of months, you could see the adjustment of the pace to the league and all that. It took him by surprise. But once he settled in, he wasn't having them Bambi on ice moments like Van Disney's had. So yeah, let's not do that. Money.
What's going on, man? What's going on, Normski?
I just let D do your entrance song. You know what I mean? I can't have that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Royalties. It's all about royalties now. You know what I mean? I can't see. What you say, brother? What you say, brother? What you say?
I'm good. It's good to see you back, D. Good to see you back.
Boy. Yeah, man, that recovery, that was a mad one last week, mate. I don't wish that on nobody.
I'm hearing
that. I hate that.
It's what I said to what Mrs. says. I said, I'm running to the bathroom, or like, do I sit or do I put my head in the bowl? He got me like a kipper, boy. I'm telling you.
Just get a big bowl, sit on the toilet. You're good.
No,
you're good.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah,
man. No, it's not nice, man. But listen, if the human body has to get rid of the toxins, that's the way to do it.
Goodness. Yeah, you know what I mean? Just like, boy.
At least you can laugh about it, man. You're here, man.
It's good. Yeah, man. Good to see you, though, man.
No, man. Likewise.
Hey, big up to you, man. How you doing, though? You good?
Yeah, man. I'm all good. Sorry.
Good after last week, we had a little chat and everything, and the Chelsea game.
I wasn't happy, man. I wasn't happy.
Yeah. I mean, look, we can address that in a little while.
Yeah.
We're just talking about the Man United and the Arsenal game following Man City getting beaten.
Are United back, D?
Well, I won't. This is what I said to Norm. I can't get gas because we are going to the Champions League right now, top of the table, unbeaten in the Champions League, and we have to go there and show something. Is again just how we showed at City. We got to go there and show something. So I'm not gonna look at Arsenal and say, yeah, man, we're gonna go there and do a City on them. It would be nice. I mean, I was watching my mans do. They were doing the rondos on City. I don't know if you saw them highlights. I said, you're mugging them off now, you know.
Yeah, no,
should have been a 5-0 game, but then you're making them chase shadows. Doing rondos in the middle of the pitch. I said, oh my guys,
you really, they look shell shocked. They look like they
didn't know. What's your take on on Man City's slump and the fact that Haaland hasn't scored like now in 1 in 8, and that was what did you say? It was a penalty. Yes, a penalty.
Yeah, penalty. Yeah. So in all competitions,
what's going on? And then yesterday getting slapped by Bodo Glimt, and there's a lot of noise coming out about Pep. You know, probably looking like this is going to be his last season and that. So I don't know if that's got to them or what. There's in the camp. It's not a happy camp. That's what people are saying.
It's not. I mean, it's not. It's not. It's not as much as City are spending money. I feel like they're building a team to beyond Pep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. These are not Pep like for like players. With Kevin De Bruyne, they haven't brought in somebody that does what he's able to do. Since Vincent Kompany's left, they haven't brought in my opinion, somebody of his caliber. There's some guys that can stop gap here and there, Diaz, but they're not levels. Let's have it right. Yeah. What's his name? John Stones is so important for City. Ederson. Yeah. This Donnarumma guy is a top shot stopper, but he's not a Pep keeper. No way. He can't play at the back. He can't do that sort of first phase of football that Pep likes to do.
Yeah, with Ederson.
I think the owners at City are almost going, Pep, we want to give you quality, but you're not signing your contract respectfully. We're going to bring in the players that we feel that's going to succeed even you. So Pep won't kick up a stink about it because he's done his. He doesn't need to do anything more to prove his legacy at City. Nothing.
Exactly. Yeah, he's done more than enough there, isn't he?
The only bit that is guaranteed you don't argue with quality wise is Haaland. Everyone else in that City team, I think, is up for question. Everyone.
Yeah, really?
What? Everyone. Grinders, Churchy, you think they're up for question?
Good moments. Have you seen them do it 5 games in a row yet?
Exactly.
I haven't. Yeah. I haven't.
I think obviously with it, obviously they've gone and bought Gay, so that should sort out their defense. And they've got Semenyo, but Mamouchi's back, so and he played in that game yesterday. I don't know. It just kind of seems a little bit. Everything doesn't seem to be sitting, and the thing is, I don't want to take them for granted, guys, because look, they're still chasing us down. We've opened the door too many times for them. Nottingham Forest, they go and lose, and what do? We go to Nottingham Forest, Eds, and we rock up and do that.
Yeah, no, that's bad.
This is what, for me, Eds, this is the frustrating for me when it comes to Arsenal.
Yeah.
We should be beating Nottingham Forest. I don't want to hear the excuse of, it's not an easy place to go to. What have you seen their record at home?
Yeah.
We're the Arsenal, mate. We're the Arsenal.
Sean Dyche didn't care about winning that game. He set up his team in a Sean Dyche manner. Reminds me of his Burnley days. And don't forget, Nottingham Forest are made for that under Nuno, really.
Right, exactly.
And they frustrated you, man. You need to find a way around low box. You normally do with your set pieces, but
Ez, this is the problem. The way we find our way around low box, and chat, let me know if you agree with this. Yeah, everybody keeps moaning about Arsenal are the only team that face low blocks. The reason why is we face low blocks is because of the speed at which we play at. Think about when I think we had a conversation some time back, and I don't know if it was you who was saying that, like other teams that have played it, or when they were questioned, they'll say they didn't like playing against Arsenal, was the way they move the ball. There's a certain way they move the ball. But Ed, I'm watching it with my eyes, and sometimes I feel like I want to fall asleep. I watch other teams in the Premier League. Yes, Wolves, right? Okay, listen, they found a little bit of form, but even they play their pattern of playing and the way they move the ball in triangles, patterns, going up the field. I don't see that with Arsenal. It's very predictable. Daniel Sturridge brought up the thing about how we play with we don't play with an out and out number 9 because we don't want to pass the ball to him. Jamie Carragher said the same thing, or not Carragher, Redknapp, where why don't you put a left-footed player on the left-hand side rather than trying to always invert and complicate things. Football is not complicated. If you play and you do it efficiently, like Barcelona back in the day, you know what I mean? I used to love watching them, but it was just simple football, pass and go. We don't do pass and move. We don't play those through passes and that. It's always we're trying to cut it back, recycle.
You want to control the game,
recycle. Yeah, and that's the problem though, and so when we do that, we when we're supposed to be blitzing teams like in the 22-23 season, then you can control games like what we're doing now.
I don't criticize Arteta's football, but I do criticize his plan B. He doesn't really have.
He hasn't got a plan B.
A plan B or even a C. A plan B or C that takes the game into another dimension that's less predictable. You need that. You need that, and he doesn't really prove to have it. So that's what I will agree with you there, Norms.
Another thing, just quick, is just before Curtis Shaw. I was watching Curtis Shaw the other day. Curtis Shaw said when we played Nottingham Forest, he's got like people that he knows in there. He's from Nottingham that side, and he says he's got people that he knows in there. And they said when Timber, because we had to play Timber on the left because he doesn't trust Miles Lewis Skelly, and he played what's his name on the right, Ben White. Yeah, and I can't. It was the game before. I think it was a Premier League game, and you could see Timber struggles on that left-hand side. A couple of games he's looked a little bit shaky. When he's on the right side, fantastic. So what they did, they said Osuna-Doi play on that side, and Osuna-Doi gave him trouble. Right. The other thing that he said is that we know our Arsenal play; they're so predictable because what happened is that they'll play the ball at the back. Odegaard will come and pick it up deep in the defensive position. Play up to Zubimendi. Yeah, he would then progress forward. He would then receive the ball back off him or whatever. Or sometimes it would go back to the defender, back to the goalkeeper. Or he plays it out to Saka. Saka will then try and get it on his left foot. If he can't do it, he then recycle it back to Odegaard. And then when Saka does get it, he then does a spam cross, which their players will deal with it all day long.
Yeah.
And so what it is that we don't maneuver people. When you've got the ball, you've got to move the ball quicker. We did it yesterday. Against Inter Milan in the first 25 months. Why can't we do that all the time?
Do you start to think
why did we choose certain games? Do you think it's because we didn't? Do you think in that game yesterday because the pressure was off us? Because to be honest, we didn't really need to win that game because we're still going to qualify anyway. But Arteta wants to be finished all that. I don't think there was pressure on us to win that. I sat watching that game with my kids, and I was like, well, look, what will be? I wanted to win. I didn't want to lose because we've got a big game on Sunday, so I didn't want to go and get a bashing from Inter Milan or whatnot. But the way we played in that first 20, 25 minutes, where we just literally had our foot on their neck and just going, and pretty much could have put the game to bed. Do you know what I mean? Missed some big chances as well. So I'm just saying, why that approach?
There needs to be emphasis on players more in these matches where it's beyond tactics. So when you've got a game plan and you get to around the 70th, 75th minute, and that game plan hasn't led to your goal, there needs to be initiative on the players to do in the game what the manager can't see. And that's where I feel like the best champions have done it and found a way when it seems like it's impossible. I referenced the game a few years ago when Company took a shot outside the box against Leicester and it ends up in the top bin. That's not a tactical. You don't practice.
No,
that
you take the game.
Yeah.
That's it.
You don't.
That's right.
You go. You know what? I'm the skipper. We've been doing tiki-taka for however long. It's not broken the deadlock. I'm gonna do something that's outside to the stage where the players were saying, "Don't shoot, don't." And there you go. That could have been the crucial difference between them winning and not winning that title. What I'm trying to say is there are points which, yes, we should look at managers. That's what they're there for, to get it right. When they get it right, we praise them. When they get it wrong, we criticize them. But there needs to be more emphasis on games like Nottingham Forest, why the players haven't taken initiative. Because it's an easy thing to look at the manager where there's clearly a deadlock between a manager like Sean Dyche that didn't come to win. He didn't even come to he just didn't want to lose. Right? And you can tell that. I could tell you the stats, not one shot on target. But one shot on target for Nottingham Forest.
That's the mentality of Arteta. He goes into games in terms of going to games and not wanting to win. The way he sets up.
Oh no, that's unfair.
I would say he would rather. No, I think he would rather like the way he plays, he would rather not lose than win a game. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that's what some of the best managers do. Jose Mourinho was like that. He used to say that. He used to say it all the time. You know, if we can't beat them, we don't lose. Simple as that.
A lot of the time, Mourinho's on another level, but a lot of the times with us, like last season, 14 draws.
No, that's
21 points from winning positions.
And that's why for me, it's probably more difficult for Arsenal fans to do. And I'm starting to get more and more. The more I speak to you, the more I speak to Sean, I'm starting to get it. But for this season, in this particular title run, where it is yours in your hands to lose, I think you have to draw a line under last season and just judge this season, what you're seeing this season. And at the moment, you are managing game by game. You didn't get the result you wanted, but actually, in context, let me use that word once. Yeah, City dropped points, and then Aston Villa dropped points. So actually, that draw, although you could have gone further ahead, that's all in hindsight. Let's go on to the next game. Go and beat Man United next week. Now, if you don't beat Man United next week, Normski, there's a bigger case. But I think this is a title run where you lot should be excited. You lot should be looking at
as we could have been in double figures by the time we played Man United.
But that's not how football works.
No, but we could have been, because when you look at the Liverpool game, and then you look at the Nottingham Forest game. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say, because we didn't jump on the opportunity. That's twice now. 2 back-to-back draws. Yeah, Man City lose to Man United last week, and what do we do? It's always the case. If Man City, bring up to Shane, if Man City would have won that game, the likelihood is that Arsenal would have tried and go and win the game, because they just want to keep that same points gap. Because we're now exactly in December, we're exactly the same points that is as we are now. So we're both on the same form. It's just exactly the same form.
And this is where I'm looking at your players, where I get it.
You're saying the players just don't listen.
They have to realize this is a title race and they can't take their foot off the gas. They should be more vexed.
Who's the person to do that? Who's the person to do that? Who's the person to do that?
I think the person that should be your captain.
Which is,
I think Gabriel, Declan Rice, vice captain. Ødegaard is a good player, but he's not a captain material in my opinion.
I don't even rate him as a player. 16 games, right? He's a creative player, and he's only had 3 assists and 1 goal.
I'll tell you right now, captains are hard to find, but Arsenal's got 2 or 3 that are above Ødegaard, in my opinion, right?
Absolutely.
I remember watching Liverpool during the COVID Asterix Cup when they won it, but I could hear, because we didn't have the fans, and you could hear Henderson, who's not the technically best player, not a player that you go, oh my God, I want to be Henderson when I'm older. The kids ain't care about Jordan. But he's telling Trent to move that ball faster. Why are you not picking up Salah quicker? And Liverpool are winning, but he's still commanding.
I
need to know who that guy is for Arsenal in these games that are deadlocked like that. Forget what the managers say. Come on, boys. We need to make sure every single game from here, we're not giving an inch to whoever's chasing us, whether it's Villa or City. And I don't see who that is for Arsenal. I don't.
I've seen Deck. Sorry, I'll let you come in a minute, D.
Yeah,
I've seen the last couple of games where he's kind of lost it in terms of like, what's the team doing? Same old things, same old. So I won't say funny words because I don't swear and all that, but it's the same old whatever again, right? And when he had a little confrontation in the tunnel, Deckers wants to win. He's won a trophy before. He knows what it is to win. And I think if we're going to do anything, it's Deckers is going to. But the thing is, he can't do it by himself.
You can't do it all. No.
You mean like your star boy Sackle's on 300 grand a week? I need more from you. Don't be selfish. Pass the ball.
Very true. Very true. Norm.
I was going to bring him up, Norm.
And he's got a new contract, ain't he?
Yeah, he's got his new contract.
Plus his bonuses
and I think this happens a lot, Norm. We saw this with Rashford. They get this big money and sit in their laurels. Plus, allegedly, he's beefing with Glock 9 as well, Norm, behind you on your screen.
This is what we're hearing.
I saw that.
Yeah, you saw that. He came to celebrate. We pushed him away.
Yesterday, he had a chance to play the Glock, right? He had a chance to play the ball to Glock, and he didn't. And there's another chance where he could have laid off Jesus. Well, I'm not saying because he hasn't got no beef with Jesus or whatever. This is allegedly, He's getting to this little bit of a selfish mode. I think his thinking is a little bit bigger than what he thinks. Because now he's the highest paid player.
It's the money norms. We saw the money will always change them.
Yeah,
and then it's on your laurels. Now, if you get the money and you just say money aside, I am going to ball out for my team, and he's quite predictable. He's cutting in. That's why I remember maybe last season, I said, why doesn't he switch him to the left and just see what he does on the left, rather than constantly knowing that he's not going to go down the line and try and put one on his right foot in for a striker that's literally he's not. You know, it's strange to watch. And if there is beef, then Arteta's got to recognise that these guys are not playing with each other or playing for each other, should I say? You know what I mean? Because you're seeing it, Norm. You're seeing a little bit where you're thinking, what am I missing? Why have they fallen out? Is this training pitch stuff or something? But something ain't right there between them two.
I mean, it's frustrating.
They're key as well, Norm. They're key for you in where you're trying to go.
You can see with Glock, it's clearly, you see him on the pitch a number of times where when he doesn't get the ball played to him, he's clearly frustrated. I mean, yesterday, a ball by Martinelli, you know, he was Brazilian on that point with that Travella pass with the outside. Fantastic. Do you know what I mean? And look, his first touch wasn't brilliant. And then the thing about it is that at that point, Saka then makes a run, but the ball that he lays off to Saka was behind. It was a good ball. But fortunately, Saka will get his 100 grand assist because it flicked off the back of his heel.
Exactly. Right.
But it's a well taken goal. Listen, the goalkeeper could have probably done better, but I don't care. And you could just see the delight in Glock, and he, you know, this time he kept up there, and he left it up there, and you could see him going, yes. So I'm hoping that this will push him on because he's a confidence player. Listen, he's not the greatest footballer in terms of his technique and that. But one thing he does do is if he's in front of goal, pass the ball and he will score. Yeah, you can't come from the Portuguese league with that the amount of goals tallies you scored with those kind of stats and come down, and you've only got 5 goals.
And 5 goals. But do you know who I would say the same about? And not to change the conversation completely, but Šeško.
Yeah,
I genuinely think it's the same thing. You put him in front of the ball, he will score.
He's a confident striker.
Yeah, confidence guy.
Are you playing to Šeško's strength? Do you think, or you not? You don't? Or is it? Do you think?
Under Ruben, no.
Yeah.
No, we weren't playing to Šeško. So I think you're leaving him hanging, and then you tug him. You say, well, that's hardly fair. He had no service, and now you're tugging. What's that going to do mentally for him? Saying, I've done 65 minutes. Got maybe 2 crosses in 65 minutes, and now you're talking me like I'm.
As soon as you bring in another player, all of a sudden they're playing the ball hidden and thinking
exactly. You're like,
same with Jesus. Jesus is not the tallest player, but as soon as he comes in now, they're trying to get the ball in. They're thinking, what's going on here? So you don't.
Where was that when Gyökeres was on the pitch?
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know if it could be a multiple of factors and things why it's happening, but going into this. Like 16 games to go, we have to. Well, obviously by the time we play the weekend, it'll be 15 games to go. We have to make sure that we get Gox scoring, because if he starts to score, I was talking with Matty, big up Southern Goon. I was talking with him, and he says once he starts to go and gets in the run of scoring, that could be the key to get us over the line, because we've been crying out. We've been crying out for a striker because we knew that Kai Havertz couldn't do it. He was missing big chances. And now, all of a sudden now, Kai Havertz, we can't wait for him to come back. Because
I'm hearing this. I'm hearing you saying this.
Jesus, listen, brilliant. Got a fantastic brace yesterday. Great. The likelihood is probably going to start against Man United. And people are saying that Glock is better coming off the bench. We'll see what happens there. But it's the thing of like when we go into games now, we're not seizing the opportunity, and like what we just saw here with you literally taking Man City apart. We didn't jump on that opportunity. We did not jump on that opportunity at all, and it's really frustrating. And as you say, Ed, the players have to take some responsibility. And when I say responsibility, I mean by saying, listen. We've tried your method; it ain't working.
Yeah.
Let's do our thing. That's the way I'm looking at it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. That's the way I'm looking at it.
And that's where characters come from. When you can almost stand up to the manager without disrespecting him, but go, look, you also respectably hired me for a reason. The same way you've got the plan and all, but you the reason why you've chosen me instead of so and so is because you might believe I can do something to affect this game. So trust me also to go, let me take this by the scruff of his neck and do something that's outside of the great grand scheme of plan that we've been trying for the last 75 minutes with no prevail. And I feel like that's what it's a respect. It's a respect thing as well. That, you know, respect that I've got something that you may not have seen in this particular plan. You know, that I might be able to go and take this game and do this particular thing that's outside. And you know, it's not always going to work. That's football. You know, we've seen football go absolutely. I mean, you just look at the African Cup of Nations and the penalty that they turned to a save that then turned into going.
We're going to talk about that. We're going
right. Cool. I won't cover it. But that's how football can be. You can have your plan. You can have your plan. But at the end of the day, there's a reason why the players are on the pitch. You've had your time, Arteta. You've had your time, Pep, when you play in, and whoever other these managers are. It's our time, and you ought to trust us as well to see your plan out, but do what we've got in our skill set to get a result, and that's what everyone wants.
Yeah, and exactly how you said that is where we're watching over the years. We've watched teams, and we're saying they're actually too scared to do something because they're going to get subbed. Because you're breaking the mold of the system. You see it with Pep a lot. Like after the game, you won the game and you're lecturing somebody on the pitch. And you're like, yo, you just won 3-1, chill, or do it in the changing room. But because that player probably broke the mold of not keeping possession and going for the attack when he wanted you to, that's what he wants to, because he's thinking, I don't want you to think. I want you to think. I want you to let me do the thinking. You just play how I'm thinking rather than play how you're thinking. And we saw this, Ruben, a lot. You know, you say, just change it, just give it a go, or just let them play. Take the handbrakes off. And the moment a team goes out there and just plays off instinct, then suddenly it's free flowing. Now the way the media is, they're like, well, yeah, maybe they don't need a coach like this. And then the media starts spinning their wheel to get a story. But the truth is, you need to find balance where you just say, right, we need to go. Handbrakes off, guys. Just go for it. And you make attacking substitutes, and you say, right, we're just going to go with 2 defenders here, and the holding midfielder. Everyone else just get forward. And I saw an element of that with Carrick, where it was just like, go and play, Bruno. I don't need you tracking back, really and truly. Like, just get up there and create. And so, and you know, I'm not the biggest Bruno fan. He frustrates the heck out of me because of how many times he tries something and it might come off twice in 20 times, and I get annoyed because we're giving the ball away. Ball away. But at least he's trying to create rather than just staying in that defensive, oh, if I don't create, I'm going to get... Well, obviously, he was going to get sub under Ruben because he's a captain. But in general, like I said, Mark Carrick's not afraid to sub Bruno. He did it last time around. So I do like that there's a manager there that is not afraid of the egos, because that's what you worry about sometimes when an interim comes in. You think, okay, how's he going to handle some of these egos here? You know, you got a Martinez World Cup winner and all these kind of things. But no, he don't care. He don't care what you've done. It's like, in this moment when I'm the head coach, this is what we're doing. This is how we're doing it, and let that handbrake off. Play because we as fans want to see football norms. We don't want to see this ticky-tacky back passing, constantly always playing out from the back. No, you can mix it up. Go long. Send the backs under pressure. And you're always waiting for someone to do something different in the game. Because I tell you, man, I'd be cooking and baking while Man United playing, because they're not holding me visually. I'm listening, but I'm like, nah, you know, I'm not wasting my Saturday or Sunday. I got things to do, man. It's there. I'm only looking when I hear noise and say, okay, what happened there? Because it was so predictable what we were doing and how we were going to concede. And yeah, that's not enjoyable football, man. That's what I said to JP. I'm not going to Old Trafford until the football's sexy again. Can't do it, bro. Manchester's too far. You know, I was in Manchester on Friday, and I should have just gone by the Golden, you know, just swung by there. Because I went back on Friday daytime. I went back and did a thing. So I was up in Manchester. And I thought I should have just passed through Old Trafford and see where I go. Because it's always busy up there with tourists and stuff. But I couldn't even, I said, nah, I ain't even doing that. Just going to wait till the City game and just see what happens. And I was pleasantly surprised. So that's football, man. That is football.
Yeah, I mean,
stop overthinking it as coaches.
You talked about the style of football and that, and I was on another chat and somebody said to me from X's thing. The guy is called, or the name of the thing is the football era, and he says the Premier League, is currently in the Mikel Arteta era. the era of compact, physical, frustrating mid-blocks. A few seasons back, every club, even the newly promoted sides, were focused on perfect build-ups and dominating possession like Pep. Now, the best performing teams in the league are the ones built around compact, well-drilled mid-blocks. Arteta effectively gave inferior teams a tactical template on how to match up with and frustrate bigger sides. He's the only coach that have successfully implemented this mid-block approach at a big club while still competing for titles within his recent seasons. To some extent, Arteta is responsible for how the Premier League floor has become this season and how capped the ceiling looks. A blessing and a curse. Yeah, exactly. Silence. Tumbleweed.
Yeah. But there are some valid points there, Norm. In terms of a lot of teams sit in that mid to low block, especially against the better attacking team, because they don't want to get slapped. You see when City slapped Exeter 10-1 or whatever. Exeter, wasn't it? 10-1. Yeah, and I just thought, for me, it's like, now you're not supposed to do that to Exeter. Like, because I remember in basketball, if we were hammering a team in the fourth quarter, the coach is benching a starting five. He's just benching us for the fourth quarter. Because they're like, listen, we've won the game. We don't need to dismantle them mentally. Because we're clearly the better team. And so the fringe players, we get that 12-minute run out in the fourth quarter while we were just tracksuits and towels around our neck and just kind of watching and catching Joe. Now, for me, I'm just like, at 6-1 or 7-1, I'm just making 5 stops. I'm getting my core out of there and saying it's Exeter, guys. Just see out the game now. But yeah, so you look at that, and then you see the teams that now say that ain't happening to me as a coach. Like, I'm sitting in that mid to low block. They're gonna have to break us down, or we give away a cheap penalty. And so more teams will say, we're not gonna play open football with this lot because we're gonna get our tails handed to us. So we're gonna sit back in this mid or low, but mainly low block. A lot of teams do the low block to frustrate, because something we can't break down at Man United. We struggle with that. And it becomes a bit boring, Norm. It becomes a bit boring. It's very hard to watch because there's no entertainment there. You'd rather a team come out and play, but they know they're going to get slapped if they do. If they're a team in the bottom half of the table, they're like, nah, I can't come out and play actual football. I just got to frustrate and try and nick a point. Like Sean does it all the time. Very much Sean Dyche will. It's not creative, but it's frustrating. And I think there'll be a lot of those games coming up, Norm, where you'll come on there and go, how we drop points again? Just because a team just figured out how to frustrate you and not give away a cheap penalty. City will enjoy that as well.
And we just can't figure out how to. And sometimes it's just about moving the ball quicker.
But, exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's that's the real frustrating thing. And the problem with us, we're either relying on a set piece or a handball, you know what I mean, or something. Do you know what I mean? Just to maybe open up the account. And too many times I've seen that with Arsenal. Just quickly before we just move on, just to quickly talk about Chelsea and Arsenal. Obviously, we play the second leg after the Leeds game, and just want to get Ezzy's thoughts on that and that. But just going back to, there was an incident. Obviously, I mean, it could have been a totally different result. Again, in our game, this is like ref watch. The handball, the ball hits Anela, I think his name, and it comes up. And as he's come around, now he's been kicked in the chest by Jesus, but they didn't. I don't know if they're going to look at that. And as it's come down, he's brought his arm round. Now, some people thought it was a stone walk penalty. It looked like a penalty to me. Yeah, but I'm not going to say that's the reason why we lost the game, because it wasn't. I don't rely on those kind of things to get me through a game.
Decision.
That should be a bonus after we smacked them. Yeah. And then the situation with Dalot. That tackle. Who was it? Who did he nearly break his leg?
Who was that on? Oh, goodness.
It was a player. I remember. Put it in the chat.
I think it was Bernardo. Yeah,
it might. I think it might have been Bernardo.
Yeah, I think it was Bernardo.
I can't remember. But
I'll be honest, Norm, I thought he was gone. I said to the TV, he's gone here.
Yeah. Especially with VAR, right?
Yeah.
They said it was an excessive force. That's why it ended up being a yellow card.
Wow. And I think this is the frustrating thing.
It was Doku.
On Doku, right. Yeah. Because Doku's got pace for days in terms of he's outpaced him.
Because he moves the ball. He moves the ball quick. That's the thing.
Yeah, and he's lunged. And be honest, I can't wait for Mazraoui to come back. I can't stand him.
Wow.
He's painful. Wow. He's painful, man. And you talk to JP will tell you the same thing. Like, because JP called me. He said, bro, you see that madness? I said, this brother is a liability. And then you go and do that. There was no need to even do it, Norm. Like, there was no threat there to make that tackle. And if we've gone down to 10 men, then you see how we always react with those sort of things. Heads go down. That's over, man. That's curtains. City are going to pounce on that. But I think he knew that, because after that, he didn't do anything late, anything reckless after that, because he knew. And me, like Carrick, I'm just pulling him for that, because I'm just thinking, bro, your head's not here to make a tackle like that in a must-win. That's a must-win game for us, not necessarily for City, but for us. Well, for City as well.
You trying to go for the top four. That's important.
That new manager's bounce and all that kind of stuff, no. But I just think he was a very lucky boy, no. He was very lucky to stay on the pitch with that one.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't put yourself in that position as a defender. Remember, he's supposed to be defensive-minded first. So he's supposed to know how to tackle, because you're a defender, first and foremost, because you're not great at attacking. So I don't want to see him making those kind of liability tackles in a big game like that so early in the game as well. No, it's very early he made that, and I just thought, idiot, get him off.
He was a lucky fella, man. Absolutely lucky. Yeah. What about the handball against us? Do you think it was a handball? Did anybody see it?
I saw it. I think that always looks worse in slow motion, though. But I think on another day. You'll get the penalty on another.
I mean, listen, I guarantee you, if that was Champions League, he gets a penalty.
He does. He does. Oh yeah, for sure.
But look, look, it is what it is. But I'm not going to blame PJ Malo and lose it because that was the reason why we lost the game or didn't get something from the game. Yeah, we just wasn't good enough. We wasn't clinical enough, and we just went there and just played for. In the end, it just felt like we played for a draw. That's how I view it and see it with my eyes. Do you know what I mean? So we have to, as I take advantage of these situations when City drop points. Until I know if we're in double figures, 11 to 12 points clear, going into March and that, then I might start to believe. Right, but at the moment, I can't, man. PTSD is still kicking in.
Yeah, it's too soon, isn't it? No,
it's too soon.
Yeah.
We're in a good position in the sense that, yes, people are going to say, well, look, if somebody told you you was going to be in this position at the start of the season, you'd bite their hand off. Fair play, I would. But we're here now, and I'm seeing the type of football that we're playing. And I think, as you said, Ez, we need to take the ball by the horns. Like, if it's not going the way it is, we can play that kind of football. Are they frightened of Arteta that he might sort of drag them? And then, like the way he's sat out a lot of players, punished a lot of players. Eze, after the Aston Villa game, conceding against Matty Cash, you haven't seen him for about 4 or 5 games. Comes on for one of the games for 10 minutes. Yesterday he plays a full game, drags him. I would have wanted to see Eze stay on because he needs the minutes in his legs. You know what I mean? You +1 Listen, Eze's not that kind of. He's not a Arteta type player. We know that. You can see that. And there's a lot of adjustment that needs to be made on both sides. And the same with Glock. Glock is not a Arteta style player because Arteta likes to play with the false 9. It's just clear and simple as that. But there has to be some compromise.
No, you can't take the footballers out of. You can't take the football out of footballers. There is something in every footballer that is a professional that is instinctual. And if you try to coach every single thing that they do, they lose instinct and just go, oh yeah, what am I meant to be doing again? What am I meant to be doing again? Rather than in the moment, in the feeling of everything.
Exactly.
Which is what Eze is. Which is what Eze is.
Which is what when you get the best out of them players like Eze, when the cognitive thing goes down to spatial awareness and all these sort of things. I don't want to get too intricate, but just instincts. I would once again, Šeško. I'm not saying this is a big case. But the moment he was freed of Amorim, he bangs in 2 goals. And it's just not saying that that's a measuring stick, but he was able to just perhaps be more instinctual, and here's the ball, here's the goal, not thinking too much. And back to Man United versus City. a little bit more instincts. Mainu, come and play your football. Just express yourself. You know, don't worry about too much about the legs. Look, Casa looks like he's 30 again. I mean,
yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
But it's the way Carrick has set them up. Because I was saying earlier on to D that under Amorim, you know, even Ten Hag, Cas was always he had too much to do. He couldn't. He was just running out of gas. He was
always isolated.
Isolated. He was getting red cards. You know what I mean?
What I'm saying.
So he put Maino next to him. I know Maino can get across the ground, but not as much as say like who's your other holding with Wknd.
Okay. But Agatha, he wins the ball, no, but doesn't know what to do with it. It's not good in it. Okay, you win the ball, give back to the opponents, and I win it again. You know what I mean?
This is why I think the better quality players you have is the less regiment you should have. The less quality you have, the more regiment you need. So, for example, if I was to put this around and you look at Sunderland, okay, they're very regimented, very, very, very regimented. Every inch, every space is covered, is instructed. And that's how you're getting a consistency out of a group of players that you don't look at any of them and say, I want them in my club. You don't look at any player in the club. But the way they are as a team, and that makes sense because you're working. But when you've got more quality, yes, you put out an 11 and you need tactics. But there needs to be enough freedom to go, you know what? Trust you to find a solution rather than anxiety that if I don't do what the gaffer says, I'm in big trouble. And he's going to sub me. And I think Amorim's system made the players anxious. Sometimes Arsenal's system, although it works in part, I think they get anxious. City right now are anxious. They're anxious. They don't trust that they can actually step outside of Pep's regiment and go and take games by the scruff of the neck. And I feel like a balance, man. And that's what the best managers do. They do get the balance between tactical plans and I trust you. I've picked an 11. I trust this 11. You know, and I trust the ones on the bench too. You know, if some to come on and do it. So, you know, that's what I think. Both, in fact, in all of our clubs, but most so Arsenal that's trying to get this across the line. Yeah. And I think United as well, D. Which you've got.
Just with what you just said there, that you know, with that said about us trying to get it over the line. Good question here. He's put it to me, but. From you guys outside looking in, do you think that Arsenal are in form at this important part of the season? Do you think we're in form? Or do you think there's another level that we go? Because I always keep saying at the moment, I think we're still playing in one gear. And the problem is I don't know if we can get out that gear. That's the only thing. You know, like sometimes, you know, when you see top clubs and they play in either first or second gear and you know they've got a few more gears to go. You know what I mean? Do you think Arsenal are in form for this part of the season, important part of the season?
I don't think you're in form, but that's more scary. I'd rather, as somebody as an outsider, I would rather this be the very best you could put out and be confident that you're gonna fall off. I actually think you do have another gear, and when that gear comes, yes, it might not be here right now, but if that gear comes, you've won the title.
I just hope when we do actually up the gears that it's not too late, because what normally happens is when we up the gears, is when we're out of a title race and we've got nothing to lose and we start playing our football again.
And this is more to my point earlier, not to repeat myself, but what a gear step looks up to me is when the players take initiative on their own to go. Yeah. We're not leaving this place without maximum points. And that's literally the next gear. That's what the champions was. What Liverpool were doing last season. They found a way outside of tactical plans. Slot could just stand like this, and they would find a way. That's what Slot could stand like this on the sideline, and they'll find a way. And I don't. This season, Slot has to be a tactician because the players are not finding a way. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Slot was able to say. Salah, go do the business. Salah's not doing the business. Gakpo does the business. Gakpo don't do the business. Somebody. Trent was around, was it? Someone does the business. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, that's what I think. If you can find that gear, Normski, Saka finds his form again. You start taking onus on your Declan Rices, your Gabriels, and they round up the troops to say, "Look, lads, yes, we've got a plan. The manager said this, and that, but 3 points or nothing." That's the gear.
Yeah, listen, I mean, I think one person that's going to be not part of that gear change is Ethan Manweri, who looks like he's got. I just want to quickly get your thoughts on it before we move on. Looks like he's gone, or he's gone already. If I've not read the news, but I'm assuming he has gone to Marseille.
Yeah.
The agreement is in place. It's a straight loan, with no buy any clause or anything like that. So he will be coming back to us.
Yeah.
Hopefully a better. He was a good player as far as I'm concerned. You know, made his debut at 15 years and 180 plus days. I think it was against Brentford in the 2022 season. I think it was. And I just think, you know, I mean, last season that was kind of like his breakout season, because after that you didn't really see much. He just went back to the academy. So when Odegaard and Saka were injured and that, he came in, I think he scored 9 goals in all comps and that. Couple of goals in the Champions League and 4 goals in the Premier League and that. So for a youngster, do you know what I mean? He's gone to Marseille. Is that a good move for him, or do you think he should have stayed in the Premier League? Go to a club like Brentford, maybe Bournemouth. Who other clubs are there that he could probably go to and succeed? What are your thoughts quickly on that?
You want to go, D?
Yeah,
I hope this is not.
I feel sorry for him. I feel a bit sorry for him.
Yeah,
because it feels like he was frozen out, and I'm not sure why he was frozen out. I think you know, we kind of spoke about it earlier on in the season, where why is he not getting any minutes here? You know when you think fresh when something's not working, it needs freshening up, and you've got a talent that you. I mean, we said about Maino as well. It reminded me of a similar thing where he's been frozen out here. It's personal, and okay, this guy's saying this, but yeah. So you He wants to play football, Norm. So I get the move. And I think I respect any player that says, you know what, I don't mind going out on loan to play football rather than just sitting here going through the motions day in, day out in training, knowing that I'm not getting any minutes. So in that terms, fair play to him. It's not an obligation to buy or anything like that. Just a straight loan, comes back in the summer. He goes again in the summer. Now, if he looks at pre-season and feels like, yeah, this is still it, he'll look for a permanent move. I think he'll get himself gone.
There's even conspiracy talk that actually, you know, even though he has gone on straight loan, because like Mason Greenwood, who's over there, and all that. So listen, he's going over, you know, playing with some ballers over there.
Sits on brethren, innit? You know.
Yeah, he's got. I think they want to sell Mason. This talk about them wanting to sell Mason Greenwood. I can't remember who I heard it from and that. And
okay,
they want to make a profit out of Ethan, because it'd be pure profit if they sell him. Say he went for 50-60 million. That's pure profit, because he's an academy kid. So we'll see what happens. But he's going over there under De Zerbi. Very demanding manager. Plays nice attacking football. Do you think he will benefit under him?
He's a good coach, Norm.
Yeah,
he's a good coach. Yeah. So I think it can only benefit Arsenal in terms of consistent playing and potential.
Would you have liked to have seen him in the Premier League still, maybe at a Bournemouth or a Brentford? Because that way you can because I suppose you can. The Premier League.
Yeah,
listen.
I suppose you can. Yeah,
because the Premier League is a physical league. It's a physical league.
Yeah, but I think if you obviously stay in the Premier League, it's easier to keep an eye on as well, and you're going to see how he goes against all the teams that are currently in the league if he gets a start. But then it's where does he go where it's not a bottom 5 team?
No, that's right, because I think
then gets regular starts. You know,
they're going to play in They're playing in Champions League, so
right. That's what I'm saying. There. So
yeah, so
So experience-wise, I think it's a good move. He's gone to a decent club with a great manager.
Yeah, and he's outside his comfort zone. You know, he's playing a football and that, so some learning experiences there. You know, new experiences and stuff like that. Assemble just say, let's see how Diamond is treated. Let's hope he's treated well. I mean, he's out injured at the moment. He's due back around about the 2nd, 3rd week in February. So he'll probably come back in, end up back on the bench. As I said, a couple of times, you know, Ethan was out of the squad when Havertz come back, like after a 5 months layoff. Ethan didn't even make the squad. So it was essential that he got some footballing minutes under his belt, and you know, conversations were had between De Zerbi and Arteta, and he's happy for him to go apply his trade abroad. So, we keep an eye on him, see how he's doing, watch some of the French league and see how he's doing out there. Just want to quickly move on to Chelsea, Arsenal. We play on February, I think the 3rd or 4th, I can't remember. It's after the Leeds game that we have away to Leeds. As last week, we had a conversation. Listen, you weren't happy. Obviously, you said it when you come on. Second leg, we're going into this second leg with half a foot in the final. 3-2, it's quite close. What's your feelings going into this game? And the question is the pressure on Arsenal, pressure on Chelsea? Is it going to be a straightforward win for Arsenal, or is there more twists and turns?
No. Let me be real with you. It's not that I'm losing fight here, but you're miles ahead of us. We are good at winning cups. We are more of a cup team, but you're miles ahead of us. You're ahead going at home. I just can't see you losing to us. So there was more pressure on us to get a result because we're struggling. But Arsenal, you should want every cup this season.
Do you think, Ed, do you think our approach to that game, being it that it's only a 1-goal difference, and whoever, look, you score that goal, that first early goal, then the pressure ramps up on us.
Yeah, of course it does. In terms of the way the match will go, if we score first, then it becomes the match is on. The match is on.
But once we score, it's pretty much over.
It's over. I feel like Arsenal should go for this trophy.
Yeah, I know, 100%. We need that to give us that sort of platform to go and push on for the league. That we need to. And I think the way Man City are be jittery now, a little bit of confidence. Do you know what I mean? Let's go into this. Do you know what I mean?
That's it. And I'm building a little agenda. I want Arsenal to win a double this season, and then Arteta sort of gets an apology on Normski's what's going on podcast. You know what I'm saying, D? We've had to listen to
it's not only me that has to apologize. Big D has to apologize.
Trust me, I've got my mailing list. You're just gonna see a dear so and so, kind regards. Yeah, all of that. Trust me, I've got my mailing list.
I'll tell you this, you're gonna be waiting a long time, bro. For me to say straight, all I want for Christmas is a Premier League,
Well, I hear you.
Deliver it to me, and we're good. You go again.
Hey,
it's going to be a lot harder. It's going to be a lot harder to defend it. You know what I mean?
What if he delivers you the Premier League and the Champions League?
He's getting a statue, Norm.
No statue, bro. I know why you're saying it, because we've never won a European Cup.
Statue, Norm. If he does the double, Norm, you got to give the man a statue.
In the chat. That's a statue, right? That is a statue.
Okay, guys. Okay, this is what I'm just going to say to people in the chat. Yeah, people in the chat. Should Arteta, give me a 1 if Arteta should get a statue if he wins the Champions League and the Premier League, or give me a 2 if he doesn't. He shouldn't get a statue. As simple as that. Just put it in the chat.
Give the man a statue, Norm.
Karabakh beating Frankfurt 3-2. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So just put that in the chat, people. 1 or 2. 1, he gets a statue. Yeah. Tyson. Yeah. Give me the 2, man. Give me the 2. Tyson.
Statue. You lot, that's crazy. Your first Champions League ever. You're not going to give the man a statue. Statue.
You don't need no statue. Man.
Yeah, that man is statue.
He needs to
European heritage.
He needs to win a few more Premier Leagues for him to get a statue.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Give me 3 Premier Leagues, 2 Champions League, then I might consider it.
No, but I'm saying if he delivers both, the Premier League and the Champions League in this season.
You know what? If they do, I'll tell you what, I'm going to say this, guys. If they do put a statue up for him, then I don't have to worry about his hair. Yes, they just say, hey. They just say, hey, Nico, can we have your earpiece, please?
Out of order.
What about out of order? What's wrong with you, man? You got a love fest for this guy or something? What you
No. Just respect for his dues. Your first Champions League. I'll give Di Matteo a statue. Yeah, I would. I would. No, you're talking to the wrong guy. I would. Di Matteo, he didn't even work the years to get that. He just took over from whoever got sacked. I think it was Ancelotti. Whoever got sacked.
The several said you're talking like Arsenal, some little man. Yeah,
brother, they don't know you guys in Europe. Don't let me get disrespectful in here. You know, they don't know you guys in Europe. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's all banter here, mate. It's all banter. It's all banter. Look at Tyson just killing himself, man. He's just killing himself, bro. I'm sorry, man. I can't be dealing with our statue, man. Listen, the way they worship. No, listen. The way I can see them bringing like murals and bringing stuff.
Oh no, too much.
No, man. The way they
okay. No statue. Name a terrace after him then.
No, I'll tell you what I'll do. Yeah. I'll get them to make a little action man of him.
You see what I'm saying?
With a bobblehead.
Do you see why I'm? Do you see why I am on a campaign to get an apology set up on the WGO podcast? This is getting out of hand. This is getting out of hand.
Oh my god!
I said no chance, you know.
Did Ferg get a statue for the treble?
Hey? He should.
That's what I'm saying. Did Ferg get a statue? That's what I'm trying to say. He didn't get a statue, did he? You know what I mean?
Oh no,
that's right. Well, so, Tyson, come on, Tyson, man. Every time.
Hold on a minute. If he wins you the Premier League and Champions League season, you get a thank you and a P45. You know what, guys? I think it's time. I'm going to take over the end of the show, man.
Let me just say this here. If Gal was on it, he will be very offended by what Tyson said. Tyson, you're going to get a Gal very offended. You mustn't talk about his Lord and Master. No. But listen, look. It is what it is. Look, if he does it, well done. You know what I mean? Because, 1.3 billion spent. Yeah? 1.3 billion. Yes, 1.3 billion spent. This is what it's all about, man. This is what it's all about.
On that note, I'm going to fly because Chelsea's about to kick off.
Yeah. But listen, so basically, you're out of the competition in a couple of weeks' time. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, we're out. We don't deserve to be in. It's all right. We move.
Okay. Okay, but listen, Ed, thank you very much for turning up.
Thank you so much.
Who are you playing tonight?
Paphos,
okay. Well, you're home or away?
I think we're at home. It's a good day out for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see my name, right? I'm worried about your gal.
Yeah.
I mean, we're scared. We're scared of your gal. But listen, Ez, thank you very much for coming on. We are coming down, people. We are coming down. We're going to talk about the. We're going to talk about it. Yeah, big up Ez, and say hi to Shana and my little goon and nephew.
Yeah, man, big up Shana for real, man.
Bye, everyone. Good night.
Take care, bro.
Take it easy, bro. Take it easy.
Nice one.
Right, listen. Ez, B, the AFCON. We need to talk. We need to talk about the AFCON. What go on with that, brother?
This got out of control, didn't it?
16 minutes.
It's been a good tournament until that madness, no. And this is why people always say, is the levels of corruption within that tournament. But I think
that Jean, whatever it is, the referee.
Yeah, it all. I mean,
what happened? Like the Senegal manager was well upset about. The goal being disallowed the other end, and then they go down the other end, and this is like I was watching it on the TV. It's like the 97th minute. This is like now in injury time, and all Brian Diaz has to do is to score the goal, and Morocco win the game. What was that about? What's that Panenka?
Yeah, that was a man.
If I was his dad, I would have come down on that pitch. Yeah. I would have come down on that pitch. I would have told him to find the wardrobe and go and get me that belt out of the wardrobe.
Just like, it felt so rigged, didn't it? No.
Yeah, just like because some people are saying that did he miss it purposely?
Well,
you know
that
what I mean?
was the thing, because people were saying that, and I thought you're in one of the biggest stages of your football career, and you try a stunt like that.
He was the highest goal scorer. He was the highest goal scorer in Africa.
Yeah, so it made you think because like so who was it that said to me maybe someone had kidnapped his family or something and got word to him or something like that. You know what I mean?
Listen, the Morocco Football Federation and all these people are saying that apparently they were working with Senegalese the fans were working witchcraft.
Is it? Oh,
brother, and I think they're gonna sue. I think what's the name's been fined. They're gonna sue the Senegalese Football Association or whatever they are. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff going on. It's kind of, I mean, I'm glad for Sadio Mane, you know what I mean, because he had to go back. He had to go back down that tunnel, get them out, and even what's the guy, the one youth? I think he was on the phone making sure that they get them back out, and that he went back down and got them. But what a goal by what's the guy that scored the goal for them?
I
can't remember his name, but he was a fantastic. I think was it Saar? I can't remember who scored the goal for him. Anybody remember? Put it in the chat. What a goal! You know what I mean? After all of that controversy, you know what I mean? They scored that goal in extra time, and they win it for a second. They win it for a second time, but it has kind of marred it a little bit. And the problem is that people are going to look at that, and Jamie Carragher had his 2 bobs worth to say about it.
Always.
And whatnot. You know what I mean? It's like, it was a little bit in that.
The thing as well, Norm, like they're talking about now moving the tournament to a summer tournament. Right, so
every 4 years now, isn't it? Every 4 years.
Every 4 years, yeah. So
So there's another one in 2028, and then after that,
and then the format changes.
It'd be 2032. That sounds crazy.
But they're on about moving. Right, they're on about moving it from January to the summer. So it's a summer tournament rather than a winter tournament, or winter for us anyway. You know what I mean? But you look at it and think, okay, this all the antics just kind of nearly ruined the whole tournament. Because I thought the bits I didn't watch loads of it, but what I watched was some good football, man.
Yeah. I watched a couple. of games.
Maybe highlights. I'm just looking at highlights and maybe trying to keep up with it a little bit. But when you get to a final, then you just expect class. You expect decisions that don't have you scratching your head thinking, is someone on a take here? Is someone being kidnapped or is someone on a take? They're the first 2 things I thought. What's going on here, man? Because already that we should
mindset should be like that, thinking like
that.
Because it is a bad, as Assembly said, it is a bad advert, for the football, you know what I mean?
For the tournament,
for the tournament, you know what I'm trying to say. So I hope that this doesn't happen, you know what I mean? All that's going to be remembered for is a controversy of the team walking off.
Right.
Just wondering, well, if there's nobody on the pitch, you know what I mean? Does the game get abandoned? What happens now? Do you know what I mean?
Because that was a weird thing. Because I thought this is abandoned. Have they abandoned the game now? And then you award the team that stays on the pitch. You award them the win. So it was a weird one, wasn't it? It's like what is going on here?
Do you know? I didn't know this. Thanks for that, Assemble. Do you know that the AFCON is older than the European?
Oh wow! No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, okay.
Because because AFCON didn't really get the coverage. You know what I mean? And even now, even now, Do you remember even like when we used to watch the AFCON back in the day? It was like it came on Channel 4.
Right.
Yeah. Couple man on there. Yeah. They didn't even like once the game was finished, they didn't like talk about the game of pundits. He was right, thank you, bye.
Right.
That's it.
Gone. Yeah. Just disrespecting it, really. You know what I mean?
There's a level of disrespect there as well. Do you know what
Especially
I mean?
when you look at the players from the African nations that play all over the top
all over
Europe.
All over the world.
Like, come on,
and, I mean, they've done. It's the coverage is a lot better, and they're taking time over the punditry and getting ex-African players and all that to do the commentary and punditry and that. But before it was just literally just another full
Eurosport,
in the distance. You know what I mean? Eurosport, covering that. But this is what it is. But we move on from the AFCON, and just want to just quickly touch on Thomas the Tank Engine. You know what I mean? Look, the guy, look, West Ham, of all teams, go there and beat them. You know what I mean? You're thinking that's it. Frank is gone. You know what I mean? Losing how many games at home? I think it's 6-7 games at home this season. They're sitting 14th on 27 points. You know what I mean? If they lose this game, they will. If they lose this game, they go away to Burnley. And listen, Burnley gave you guys a game, right? Yeah. And I think Burnley's drawn their last 2 games, right? So they're going away to Burnley. Burnley could give them a game and get a draw, but if they lose that game, they can end up being 7 points above the relegation zone. Yeah, so they're in free fall at the moment. Their form is absolutely terrible. And just reading here, Thomas Frank addresses the booze from support as he claims to have trust of the board. Tottenham boss Thomas Frank admitted that he will not be able to win over every Spurs fan in the wake of the supporters booing him off after their 2-1 home defeat to West Ham of all people, who are having a terrible time. Frank claims to feel the trust of Tottenham board despite the reports of meeting to discuss the future with him. Now, listen, after that game, you know, it was a different feeling in the stadium. Thomas Frank under pressure, Tottenham boss says Magic Brush Dortmund win shows we're on the same page. And he says pressure relieved on Spurs, Thomas Frank, after Tottenham's 2-0 home win, even though Dortmund went down to 10 men, but you still got to beat them. And the Dane believes that the Magic win shows everyone is on the same page after a turbulent week in which the future was it was a serious start. And the fans apparently cheered them off as well. But the problem is that, you know, he's had this win. You know, you're forming the Premier because they've not lost in Europe for how many games? They've got a quite good record in Europe. You know what I mean? Yeah. So going into this Burnley game, and there's going to be other games that are coming up. I see them. I mean, they've lost. I don't know how many games they've lost in total, but I know they've lost 6 at home, and they add that to all the away losses as well. So it's a lot of games that, you know, they've lost. I mean, do you think that Thomas Frank will get the support from the board? I think the fans are going to be a lot harder to, you know what I mean, get on board, even though they were happy with the win. Do you think the Spurs hierarchy, you know, Vinay, who used to be ex-Arsenal CEO, is now over there? Do you think he will get the chance to go the end of the season and then, you know, get the players that he wants? You know, what's your feelings on that?
Well, the thing is, as we know now, it's a result-based business, and if he's not getting them results, I don't see these guys not hesitating to can him. I mean, there's rumors that Potts would come back.
Yeah, well. I heard that. So
there's a Potts chat. I think he's on a hide into nothing because I don't think he gets any signings in January. And, you know, injury-wise, he's got a lot of injuries. I don't know who's on the brink of coming back from injury. But, I feel like he's got a noose around his neck, unfortunately. You know, and unless he has a run of, you know what I mean, a 3 or 4 game run where he puts points on the boards, he could be gone out here.
Well, I'll tell you what, D, if I just quickly, I mean, this is where it could be problems for Tottenham. So I'm going to just let you. I mean, Chile is not in the chat to defend his beloved club.
But I think the fan base is split on him as well because, like, I saw X do a thing. The X wants him gone.
100%.
You know what I mean? So I think that there'll be a lot of fans like X just want him, like, get him gone. He just out of his depth. But
okay, so this is their next games, right? D. Their next. I'm going to go their next. Their next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games, right? So they away to Burnley, right?
Away to Burnley, yeah. That's a tough game.
Then they've got a home game against Man City.
Okay.
Now, I know Tottenham are their bogey team, yeah? So that's going to be interesting. Then they've got an away game to you guys.
Wow.
Next, yeah? And then they've got a home game to Newcastle. And the 5th game, home game to us, North London Derby.
He actually could be fired before he gets to you know.
How many of those games?
Maybe 1.
You know what I mean?
On current form, maybe they get something out of Burnley. After that, if some key players don't come back,
that's what it said. They've got a lot. They've got a lot of injuries. They've got a lot of injuries. Yeah, they've got a lot of injuries.
He may not make your game though.
Yeah,
because I think they'll look at it and say we can't get relegated, not with a stadium like this.
Yeah,
and just pull the parachute before you're in the before they're in the relegation zone. Because if they come to you needing a win to start the relegation zone, Yeah, man, that's curtains, mate.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
they haven't done well against you in a heartbeat
for a long time. Yeah, it's not going to be easy. He has picked up a big job there, and I thought when he took the job, I thought that maybe he'll stabilize the club with, and Postecoglou and his high line and all of that. But I think he's got a worse. Worse
record than
than him.
Ange. Yeah.
I think even some people say they'd rather bring Ange back. You know what I mean?
Wow, sounds crazy.
Just as like the interim to get to the end of the season. They'll probably play some nice football because the football they're seeing is just like dire. It's dire.
If they did bring Ange back, no, man, he getting paid. That's all I can say.
Oh yeah.
As the interim, you're like, okay, if I'm coming back since you fired me, this is what I'm coming back for.
Yeah, right, Semble. They were lucky not to get fired, man. You know what I mean? Finish 17th they finished. So 17th they finished. You know what I mean? That's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Absolutely ridiculous. But listen, we're coming down. The what's going on predictions, game week 22 and the fantasy prem shout out. So if we can just quickly do that, and I'll just let you know where we are with our Premier League prediction results game week 22.
Right. Big shout out to You'll Never Walk Alone _ Red Beast, Kofi Klopp or Slop, because he had a massive 66 points to take him into fourth.
Wow.
He's our highest scorer for the week in terms of points. Where is Malcolm X 38? So she went up into 8th, doing well. We've still got Dow Grady.
Oh, she's surprised. I didn't expect her to be.
Yeah, she's done all right. It's a very low scoring game week, Norm.
As
you can see, a lot of people in the 30s and the 20s. Dow Grady still sitting top. Well, the top 3 hasn't changed. It's just Kofi now in that Champions League spot with a beautiful 66.
Yeah,
man. I had a nightmare. 27 points, mate. Absolute shocker. So I'm down to 14th. I'm still higher than my younger brother, which is good. Where is Ez? So Andy went down to 6th. He's doing all right still. And where's Ez? Ez is
because you can't share the other one.
He's 18th. Ez is, so he's below me as well. So so big up, man.
Slavia Prague 1, Barcelona 0 at the moment.
Is it? Wow, yeah.
That's the start.
Yeah, man. Still a lot to play for. Game week 22, that's finished. Game week 23, roll on. Still, Dow Grady is the one to catch.
Yeah, and we finished with this. You're still top, but listen, the only 2 people that scored last week was Ez and JP. Both getting the outcome right, but not the exact.
Right.
Yeah, they got the outcome right. Man, I think JP went for 2-1 Man United.
That's right.
And Ez went 4-1 to Chelsea. So they're the only 2 that scored last week. So we are as we are. You're still sitting top, joint top with Chile. I'm in 3rd on 16, and then we're going into game week 23. So I'm sure we will put that in our own chat. And seeing how
we get on the weekend.
No, for real.
Well, you might as well. Well, I'll wait till after the Champions League. Make sure there's no injuries in my team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In terms of that, but my opinion.
I absolutely agree with you.
Sure.
Assembled. Yeah, we are. We'll still play. And even the left back situation that we haven't sorted out. I'm hearing there's talk that they're looking at another right back. Why do we need a left back?
We
need a left back, man, and we need to sort out that left hand side. The only thing I'm worried about, just finishing, the only thing I'm worried about is that if Arsenal go on and win the Premier League this season, it is hard to defend, right?
Very
knowing how Arteta is. I know some people say, well, when we win it, we might let the shackles off and go for it, but I don't really see Arteta doing that. And I think the players like Havertz is going to keep, Odegaard is going to keep. You remember, Premier League winners and people that winning these leagues and stuff like that. People like Fergie, people like Pep, they would Wenger to a certain extent would always evolve and freshen it up, bringing new coaching staff and all of that. Fergie used to do that regularly. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But I can't see Arteta changing it up that much. And he's going to go with his trusted players, and then it's the case of the pressure is going to be even more going into the the new season, defending you know, if we do get it, defending that Premier League.
Yeah.
And I only see one thing from him, and that's that pragmatic handbrake football. Do you know what I mean? Make sure that at all costs we don't go into game and lose it. Do you know what I mean? And that's where we could come and stuff. And then you guys, you're probably going to spend the summer. You know, City will go in. They might even have a new manager. You've got Newcastle, Chelsea. All of these teams are going to look to spend and go again. And what Arsenal need to do is evolve. If that means that evolving means losing our manager, then so be it. You know what I mean? Especially if we don't win it. Don't get in a manager that can get these players playing again, because we have got good players. You know, you know, majority of our players are good. There's a couple of ones in there that I would get rid of, you know, in a heartbeat. But whilst Arteta's there, he's going to keep them. Likes of Havertz, the likes of Jesus, the likes of Odegaard. Those are players that I would be getting shot off. You know what I mean? The money that they're on, 280, 265, you know, it's mad.
Too much. It's too much money.
Yeah, and then you've got Saka, star boy. Well, don't call him that now because he's a big man. He's on 300k a week plus his bonuses. It's ridiculous. He needs to step up.
And he's not performing.
He's not performing. So I'm expecting now, you know, when we play you, it's 15 games to go. We need to win on Sunday, Super Sunday. And the players, as Ed said, those players have got to take the ball by the horns and say, right, Arteta, I can't be listening to you now. You know, it's tiring now. We got to push on and do this. And people like Declan Rice, people like Gabriel Magalhaes, these are the ones that are going to help get this team over the line. And it's just it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But people, thank you. I know there's games going on. There's probably people streaming and whatever. But for those people that stayed, I really appreciate it. But before you leave, please smash the like button. Subscribe and share if you are new. As I said, slowly on that road to 1K. And sometimes what it's crazy, D, because once you come off the stream, you look and you think, oh, I've lost 2-3 subscribers, and then I don't know if it's YouTube or what, but it's tough getting there. As you know, it's a journey, but I need to get to the destination. I think I will get to 1K before the end of the season. That's what I'm hoping for. That's my you know, target. Hopefully I will get there. Get those likes up, man. We need to get those likes up. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure people watching this after will do it. But yes, share it around, spread it around. You know what I mean? It's all good. But we're just here for conversation. And thank you to everybody that was in the chat. Really appreciate it. Listen, we're gonna we are gonna move. Thank you, Kawaja, man. Big up every time, always there.
Big up yourself,
in your thing. And listen, we're out of it. Listen, take care.
Take care, guys.
The next What's Going On podcast. I will be on with DJB at 9:45 later on tonight, the Arsenal mingle. So I'm gonna go and chill out for a little bit, watch a little bit of footy. Then I'm on at 9:45. So everybody go over to DJB and we'll see you. Take care. God bless.
All right, no.